as we look at this, we see a significant amount of efficiency that can be cut. If you just take, for instance, how we do our projects. There's 3 different ways to do projects. You can have the DOT essentially design everything and manage the project. You can go do a design build, which is Florida does all of their projects. Everything is design build, where you outsource a lot of it. And then there's the P3, the partnership, public-private partnership model that President-elect Trump is talking about. There's a lot of different models out there, and we are only using one model that happens to be the most expensive model. That's just one simple thing that we see. And I always say it like this. If I'm giving my kids an allowance of $50 a week, and they come to me and they say, Dad, I can't make it on $50 a week. I need more money. Well, then I go into their bank account and I see they're going to Starbucks 3 times a week. We have a discussion to have where I'm not going to give them a higher allowance. I'm going to say, why don't you stop going to Starbucks? And the governor in his plan, and this is why me and Senator Strobel support it, is because he cut bonding almost in half. That's the trend we have to go down. If it were me and I got put into the DOT to run the DOT, I would go get experts from outside of the state who have no financial interest in projects if they get pushed off or not. Because there's plenty of experts out there. I've spoken to a couple of them. Have them come in, look at our projects, and then say, guys, I need to know high priority. And then the lower priority items, what you do is you take those and you put maintenance into effect. For instance, sealing our roads. Wisconsin does little to no sealing of our roads, where other Midwestern states do, and it's proven to extend the life of the roads. There are things we can do like that to the projects that get lower priority and pushed out. And what we don't want to have is 60 years down the road, create a problem that we have right now, create the same problem for our kids and grandkids where they have to deal with this big bubble of transportation projects.
The thought right now is that unless you raise revenue, you're going to push back these projects to where they're not going to get completed for 70 years. And most of these are around I-94, 894 near Milwaukee, but some are north of Milwaukee. But 70 years is a long time, and then they're saying no studies even for new projects for until 2046, I think the date was.
I've heard the same rhetoric, and again, I'm not going to go on attack to anybody because everybody, the 2 different sides are trying to support their positions, and I respect, Speaker Boss and the Assembly, some in the Assembly, do support that, and they come out with information like that. I do not believe...
But even the Secretary said that's correct, that you're not going to get to those, and you're not going to finish those.
If you take what we currently did, you could say that, but what Governor Walker's doing is he's taking a wise step, and he's saying, listen, we are going to step in and we're going to take a little breath here. Yes, I'm pushing some projects off, but we have to find a fix because we know there's issues there. Again, my kids are going to Starbucks 3 times a week. What I do is I say, guys, you're only going to be able to go once, and then you'll be able to get by with what you have. We don't have a revenue problem. It's gone up every year. We have a spending problem, and we have to address it. I'm coming at this from my perspective as a CPA, as a numbers guy, and saying, listen, and even as a businessman, when I see as many problems as I see and as many opportunities to fix things, going down that path is not the right move for my taxpayers. It's just not, and I'll continue to advocate for that and speak very openly. And my political angle is I have to do the best thing for my taxpayers because they hire me.